whenever and wherever you might be watching this here video. I do thank you for stopping by to watch episode 5 of our series reviewing the Real Life Numbers mod, Heartland Edition, version 1.2.2. Today, well, it's the evening, 14th day of the game. It's raining, so not a lot that I'm able to do at the moment, so I'm actually probably just going to sleep through the night. But first, I wanted to go over land prices, leasing costs, etc. Because I want to get a little bit more land. But as you can see, I only have $8,800, so nothing I can really purchase. So I want to go over land rent and how that works out in the game. But first, there's been some changes since the last time you were here. As you can see in front of us, we have our own silo on the farmland. So here's what went down. If you remember in last episode, we were using that extremely large chaser wagon, auger wagon, to go to the shared silo, barely fit into the barn to get our grain and dump it. Well, after that episode, I determined there was just no point in having such a large auger wagon. So we sold that. Got quite a pretty penny for it, too. So I thought about it and decided I wanted to have my own grain bin on my farms. So we got this nice one here built. I think it fits our little farm quite well. So cold out here in the rain. And we also bought this wagon, which can also be converted to a grain wagon. So it's a 2-in-1. Quite nice. We've already used it to muck out the horse manure. And spread that on this field over here. So that is the additions. Oh yes, and let's see here. Just want to show you. The loan has been paid off. We were successful. So we sold that wagon for $30. We constructed and did some groundwork for $15. We bought more fertilizer, it looks like. That's the harvest, what sold, did some contract work. Did we purchase? Oh, that was over here. We purchased the wagon here today. Yeah. Okay. And we got 4 more sheep as well. So that's what's changed on the farm. So let's go back in here and look at land leasing. Now, if you remember from the first episode, we clicked on this field here, and the rent value of it was a little over $900. Now it's down to $700 because that's just how the rent works. Let's actually go in to, if we hit, I believe it is left alt RT, or is it RD? Well, we'll see RT. There we go, it is that one. So this provides us the list. Yeah, left alt RT pressed will give us this information where we show the money economic difficulty level set to 3, so that means hard. Selling price multiplier and multiplier is just 1. I'm playing 15 day seasons, so that gives us a 60-day game year. We're on day 14. My only beef with this mod in regards to land, how it handles land prices, is that the land price is set in the mod, and it's currently $11,532 per hectare. Now you can go in there and change it yourself. It's really easy. It's a single line, so it's not a big beef. It's easily workable. But some mod map makers set their prices on the map to be realistic to the area that they've modeled. And I really like that. This, I believe, changes that. Now you can go in and adjust it. You have to kind of figure out what the map maker had set for the realistic prices and then make the adjustment. So it's workable. land rent price is actually 3.3% of the land purchase price per hectare. That's how it's calculated. So it's showing here, because we only have 0.62, about 62% of the year left. It takes the land rent price per year multiplied by that, and that gives you how much you're going to pay on the land for the rest of the year. So it does decrease every day, which I think is awesome, because land contracts are terminated the first day of midwinter. So as you get closer to that day, the land prices get lower and lower because you're going to have shorter access to it. Then you can re-rent it again. Now this also gives us a list of the lands, sizes, costs, if they're for sale or for rent, etc. You can change in the real numbers initialization Lua whether a farmland is for rent or for sale, just by adding the farmland number to the for rent list. Now that's key though, it must be the farmland number, not the field number. They don't always coincide. For example, the first line there you see is farmland 2, but on the map it shows field number 30. And then you've got other ones like farmland 12, which covers field number 28 and 29. So you're going to need to use that farmland number if you want to assign a certain section to be rentable versus purchasable. Now this also gives you nice information about how much of the total land area is actual usable field area. But the price is based on total farm land area, not just the field. So as you can see, there's some for rent, not a whole lot. I'm going to go for number 9 because it's up near us. Let's see, is that already planted? Okay, no, so that's withered. Good, so I don't have to deal with that type of plant. So we're going to go ahead and rent this land. Actually, we're going to fast forward to tomorrow so we can just see that this price drops a little, because there's nothing I'm doing with it today. Then we will get in there, cultivate it, plow it if needed, plant it, do all the work on there tomorrow. So let's head on up to the house and get some sleep. Or maybe play a little farming simulator on the computer, and then once it gets late, we'll go to sleep. Wow, it is windy today. Let's have a look here at the weather. 23-mile-an-hour winds. Good grief, that's a windy day. Cloudy all day, no rain. Thank goodness. Tomorrow as well. Wednesday, sunny. Oh, that's good. Maybe we can get some mowing in. Get some bales done. And as far as planting, we better get on it if we're going to get some oat into the ground. Okay, so let's jump into here. 697. So it did go down because we had one less day left of utilization. Okay, land is rented. We don't have a cultivator. Also, does that one need plowing? I think we're good. No plowing, no... Oh, we got so many weeds in our own field. Alright, so we do need to get a cultivator. Can't afford much, so let's go with this one. I like it anyways. It's 4 wide. It's one of my favorite cultivators. Real nice. $100. I think we can swing that. Now let's just go hop in our tractor. Go pick it up. Up and over. Oh, I don't know if you've seen our liquid spreader either. So this is it. I do like these older used looking vehicles. But yeah, if you're just starting out on a farm and you want to play it hard, not cheat in a bunch of money to get going, but you need more land to use, this rent feature, personally, I think is just completely awesome. Especially if you go in and set a bunch of the lands to rent, get them all rented out, do your work, pay the fee again the next year. Just hopefully you're making more off of it, which you definitely should be, than you're paying rent on. Now, I probably wouldn't rent it back again right after it terminates and let it sit a few days to get cheaper until you're ready to start working it again. Save a few coin that way. If you really want to save money, you could rent it for a day, do your work, terminate the rent, come back when you're ready to do more work on it, rent it again, do continuing work. But you do run the risk of the owner doing something else with the field when you don't have it rented. So I'm not willing to take that risk personally, but that is an option if you really want to save every penny you can. Now, so far I haven't seen any grass contracts come up on this current save game. I know in previous save games on this map, grass contracts were available. I do enjoy doing those. I believe this map has been updated since the last time. Well, in between the last time I had played it and this save. So, I cannot guarantee that grass contracts are still an option on this map. I would highly assume they are, since there's so many meadows. I just love this landscape, so beautiful. It's a good forestry map too, so many trees. Head up into the hills to the right there. You've got areas opened up for your forestry equipment. You can just cut the trees around it, paths to those areas, etc. I do enjoy playing maps that are modeled off of real life areas. This one is in Germany, I want to say. Holzer is the town, I think, just north of this location. The other map I'm currently playing on and pondering doing a series on, not a series like this, a different one, is the Medicine Creek, also modeled off a real-life area in the U.S., which is where I am from. Well, not from that area, but from the U.S. So you got a couple different styles of maps. That one's got your huge fields. It's a 4X. This is a standard size map with smaller fields and a lot of grass. So you can play whichever one I've got an itch for on that day, or play them both. Maybe next time I'll show you when I muck out the horse manure, because I use that shovel mod. Oh, I need to check if it came back. It's nice, but it can be frustrating because you have to rotate the shovel in order to pick up or dump the grain or manure or whatever you're working with. So that can get a little quirky. Wish it was more like a click one button to put it in load position, click another button to put it in dump position, etc. Just make it so much easier. Less realistic, yes, so the way it is more realistic. Maybe I just need to adjust my controls somehow, so I don't have to use the mouse to try to rotate and tip it. But when I tossed the shovel aside, when I finished up, it actually disappeared underground. So that's what I meant by I need to go check it to see if it's coming back after the save. Otherwise, I'll just have to sell it and rebuy, or probably actually just end up buying. Well, I can't buy a front loader because this doesn't allow for a front loader. See how those things sway back and forth individually? See, they're not all three grouped as one, so I just love it. I love how that thing looks. It's beautiful. Anyways, I'm going to put you on pause till we get back to the field, and we'll probably time lapse me cultivating. Well, that's a wrap, folks. Thank you for stopping by to watch this video. I hope it was informative for you. And if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments, and I'll try to answer them as best I can. So until next time, have a great day.